This is lesson 7.1, multiplying monomials. A monomial. A monomial is a constant, variable, or the product of a constant and one or more variables. A monomial cannot have a variable in the denominator. So let's review these terms. A monomial is a constant. A constant is a plain number. It could be a positive number, a negative number, the number 0. It could be a rational number. A constant is a number. It does not contain a variable. A variable is a letter used to represent a number. So a variable can be considered a monomial. And the product of a constant and one or more variables can also be considered a monomial. For example, 2x would also be considered a monomial. So let's see if we can recognize a monomial. Determine whether each expression is a monomial. Number 1. 15. Well, 15 is a constant, therefore the answer would be yes. The number 15 is a monomial. Number 2. 2 minus 3a. 2 minus 3a is not a monomial because it is the subtraction of two monomials. It contains a subtraction sign. That is not considered a monomial. Number 3, 5c over d. This is not a monomial because it has a variable in the denominator. Number 4, negative 15g squared. This is a monomial because it is the product of a constant and a variable. Number 5, r over 2. Yes, r over 2 is a monomial because it is the product of 1/2 times r. Number 6, 7b plus 9. No, this is not a monomial because it is the addition of two monomials. There are rules of exponents that we will employ in multiplying monomials. So let's move on. To multiply powers with the same base, the rule says you will add the exponents. Please write this down. A to the m times a to the p is equal to the a to the m plus p. Let's try some of these. K times k cubed. Well, the rule tells us that we must add the exponents when multiplying powers that have the same base. K has an exponent of 1. Therefore, k times k cubed would equal k to the 4th power. You would add the exponent 1 plus 3. Number 2, m to the 4th times m squared. M to the 4th times m squared is m to the 6th power. Number 3, 2q squared times 9q to the 4th power. You would first multiply the coefficients. 2 times 9 is 18. And then let's multiply q squared times q to the 4th. And let's recall that when we're multiplying powers that have the same base, we'll add the exponents. So it would be q to the 6th power. Therefore, the answer is 18q to the 6th power. Number 4, 5u to the 4th v times 7u to the 4th v cubed. Pause this video now and then check your answer. The answer is 35 u to the 8th power v to the 4th power. To raise a power to a power, the rule says you must multiply your exponents. Please write this rule. A to the m raised to the p will equal a to the m times p. So let's practice. X to the 5th raised to the 3rd would be x to the 5 times 3, or x to the 15th power. Number 2, a squared raised to the 4th would be a to the 2 times 2, which is 4, times 4, which is 16. Number 3, 4 squared would be 4 to the 4th power, which can be simplified. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which is 256. To find the power of a product, find the power of each factor and then multiply. So the rule says that if I have AB and that product is being raised to the m power, it will equal a to the m times b to the m. Let's practice. Number 1, x, y to the 4th, all of that raised to the 6th power. Let's recall that x has its own exponent of 1. So we have to raise x to the 1st power to the 6th. That would be x to the 6th. And y to the 4th power raised to the 6th would be y to the 24th power. Number 2, 4, a to the 4th, b to the 9th, c. And all of that is being squared. Basically, you have to raise each and every factor to the 2nd power. So, 4 squared would be 16. A to the 4th squared would be a to the 8th. B to the 9th squared would be b to the 18th, and c to the 1st power squared would be c squared. Try number 3 on your own. Go ahead and pause the video now and then hit play again when you have your answer to check. The answer is -8, f to the 6th, g to the 9th, h to the 6th power. To simplify a monomial expression, you will write an equivalent expression in which each variable base appears only once, there are no powers of powers, and all fractions are in simplest form. Write down number 1. 5x squared y squared times 2x y cubed z, all of that is being cubed, times 4xyz. So as in all expressions, we must first follow order of operations. We'll do the same now. Let's first go ahead and evaluate our exponents. So let's raise the first product to the 2nd power. 5 squared would be 25. X squared would be x to the 4th. And y to the 1st squared would be y squared. 2 cubed would be 8. X to the 1st cubed would be x cubed. y cubed would be y to the 9th. And z to the first power cubed would be z cubed. And then let's go ahead and square this last product. 4 squared is 16, x squared, y squared, z squared. Now we can go ahead and multiply all of the powers with the same basis. Let's work on the coefficients first. 25 times 8 times 16 is 3,200. X to the 4th times x cubed is x to the 7th times x squared is x to the 9th. Y squared times y to the 9th is y to the 11th times y squared is y to the 13th. Z cubed times z squared is z to the 5th power. Therefore, that is the product of that problem. Hit pause as you work out number 2 on your own, then go ahead and check your answer. Your answer is -18, g to the 7th, h cubed, j to the 10th power. Here you will find some extra practice problems. Today I would like you to work on number 2, number 6, number 8, and number 14. Please pause the video as you complete 2, 6, 8, and 14. On this next worksheet, you will also do a few practice problems independently. Please work on number 3, number 7, 11, and 17. You have completed the lesson on multiplying on monomials. You please write down 3 questions that you might have that we will discuss in class tomorrow. God bless. Have a great night.